Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and I am going to bring you a video today on how I made this tin. This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tin. This is an old tin that probably had cookies or something in it, but it was also turned into a little piggy bank. I took the piggy bank part away and added stuff to the top of it to make it gorgeous. And look at how beautiful this turned out. So I hope you guys will stick around to the very end to see all of the stuff that went into the making of this tin. And with the exception of spray painting it white, which I don't do on camera, I always spray my items before I start embellishing them and doing videos. I never do the spray painting on camera. So that's just a simple, you buy a can of Rust-Oleum Paint Plus Primer, and this is the stuff that I use right here. In fact, Rust-Oleum 2x Ultra Cover Paint Plus Primer. That's what I use, and it's an amazing spray paint. Works great, and I use it on all of my pieces that I paint. I paint them with that paint. So anyway, this is what we're going to be making. Look at how beautiful it is, you guys. You got to stick around for this one. And let's get started. With Refunction Crafts, and today I'm going to bring you a altered tin video. I'm going to alter this tin, and I'm going to use one of my rub-on decals on the front of this. First, I'll show you real quick. I started playing around with some of them, and I started this one, and actually this is the one I wish I was doing the video on, because this came out really, really nice. So this is one of my rub-on decals, and this is just a tube. I can't remember what was in it. Some kind of food. Oh, it was Harry and David wafer rolls. So yeah, I cleaned it out on the inside and everything. It's a tin slash cardboardish, like thick cardboardish tube. But it's got the lid and everything. I sprayed it white, and I've had it for a very long time and been waiting to do something with it and hadn't yet. But once I got that on there, I thought, oh my goodness, that's so pretty. It would have made such a great video. But since I didn't do the front of it, no, I decided I'm going to do this tin here. And then this is a glass jar. I just emptied some stuff out of it, so I took the lid off. This is a Dollar Tree glass jar that I also did, and I put this one on it. And isn't that beautiful? I wanted to do one in clear and one, at least one with the white, but I actually really love the clear. I may go to Dollar Tree and get me some more of these and use some of these and make like a little set or something. The only thing is with these decals, you never get much in the way of purple. So I do have some purple ones on order, and as soon as those come in, I think I want to make a purple set of these little jars. And I don't know if they have like varying sizes in these. I think they just have this size, but I might be wrong. But I would love to do like a 3-size set. Wouldn't that be great? But look at how beautiful that rub-on decal is. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And that one is, let me show you, this one here. So this is how they come, and then you peel them back, and it's clear behind the writing on these. Now, I did buy some that had some music notes on them, and I thought they were going to be the same way, which is these. And unfortunately, these are white on the background, and I was very, very disappointed in that because I didn't want white. I wanted clear so that I could do my butterflies. Now, the white is fine for something like this, you know, obviously that's going to be just fine. So I will definitely use these, but I was disappointed that they weren't clear, so that I couldn't do as much that I wanted to do with them as I wanted. So that was when I got these, and I was really, really happy. No, I think I got them at the same time. Anyway, I was really happy that these were clear on the back side. So yeah, so I got those. Those were exactly what I wanted. And this one, I'm just keeping some of my handmade flowers in right now because I'm planning on using some, so I pulled some aside that I like. And I've also got this tin that I want to do. And this is a bumpy tin. It's bumpy on the top and very matte finished. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to be doing something with this as well. And you can see I've got some lace out here. I've got some paper flowers. I've got one of my butterflies that I made. Some bling. And so I'll be using those. I want to show you guys these though. These are something that I've been working on the last several days. And they are some mirror hangers. I'm just going to use this to put them on. And I made, I think, 8 of them. They're not all done, but some of them are. Some of these, I have one project that I am doing a donation with. I chose an organization that I wanted to donate to, and so so I am doing that. Please, please, please don't bombard me with requests to donate. You guys, I do not, whoops, I'm just going to lose them all here. One fell in the trash. I do not have a lot of money to spend on extra stuff, but I do feel that it's important to, especially this time of year, to help someone out that needs help. And so someone reached out to me, and I did commit to doing this donation. She did not ask me to completely donate. She asked for, you know, a decent price in some items that she needed, and I chose to do this as a donation instead. And I feel good about that. I feel happy that that's what I was able to do. I'm not giving all of these to that organization. I'm going to let you know. A couple of these will go to them, and the rest will go in my shop. You guys, I still have to earn my living. So just know that. I do have to still earn, you know, something to keep my household going. I can't go flat broke because I'm giving everything away. And I've done a lot of that lately, and I've got to slow down with my giving away of things. So these are some, and I used the big 6mm AB rhinestones that my friend Kim sent me on these, and oh my word, are they beautiful on these. Just absolutely gorgeous. But I did want to show you guys these. Here's another one. And this has got 2 little butterflies in it and some little pearls and stuff on the inside of the resin. And then these 5 are actually done. And these are probably the 5 going into my shop, or at least 4 of these 5 are going in my shop. And I think one of them is getting donated. So then I've got this one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? And I just love this butterfly. So I chose this butterfly because, number one, I know the pink of anything always sells well. And so I always know that I can sell something if I do it in pink. And these are absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And these butterflies are kind of my new favorite. And they're all doubled on the inside. So I did double them. I'm going to just show you guys each of these really quick. And there's this one. And we've got this one. Beautiful. And they're all a little bit different in different ways. And then this one. So those are all of the ones that I made in this pink pink butterfly. So yeah, so these will be going into my, some of these will be going into my shop. And hopefully by the time I get this video done, you guys will know which ones those are. because they will already be in my shop. And you'll have to go over there to check them out and see what's there. The other thing that I'm working on, I'm working on a lot of stuff, and some of these will go to that donation and some will go in my shop. But these are some other things that I've been working on. These are some other of my favorite butterflies. And these are a little bigger. And then I did a few dragonflies. And they are absolutely stunning and gorgeous. So I'm just going to leave these laying on the mat here. And then, let's see, what else? These are ones that are already done. This is one of my favorites, and I'm surprised it hasn't sold in my shop yet. This is one of my clear butterflies, and it is so beautiful. And I did this one with the little purple decal flowers, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love this one. This is one of my very favorites right now. This is one that I did, and this one I don't know. This one's, I don't know if it's going in my shop or going to the donation. Haven't decided yet. I've got this one, which is kind of more of like a moth butterfly. And I love this one. And this was an image I found years and years ago, and I've had it all this time. And this is, I just decided to do that with it. But this is one of my big, huge, look at how thick this one is. This is a little more expensive in my Etsy shop, but it's got the two little bumblebees and a blue butterfly that is like these blue butterflies. And it's got silver glitter behind it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the problem with this one, it has a dream, grace, love, believe, hope, and faith tags on it, or charms on it, I should say. And then it's got this butterfly charm. This is so beautiful. But here's the problem, you guys. When I take pictures of my stuff, sometimes I cannot, no matter how hard I try, I cannot get the best pictures. So that's why I'm showing you guys these, some of these on camera, so that you can really get a good idea of what they look like. This one is a bigger clear butterfly that's already in my shop. And I love this one too. Absolutely stunning. But again, when I do my pictures in my Etsy shop, you can't see how gorgeous this butterfly is. It's frustrating because I know how beautiful it is. And then I've got, this is one of my butterflies that I made. I'm going to be doing something with this one as well. And then I have a couple more of the blue. This one's done on white paper. This one's done on ivory paper, so you can see the difference. I like the vintage look on the ivory. I think I've used up all of my ivory paper now. So yeah, so I'm sort of out of that. And then I've got a couple of other things here. This is one that I did, and I think this one might be in my shop already. And it says cherished memories on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's already in my shop. And I made my own tags for some of them. So, and then I've got this one. Let's see, I've got a couple more in here. I didn't realize I had so many in here. And then I've also got my little pendants that I made. Here's the little blue one. Beautiful. And this is one of my fairy butterflies. And I believe this one's in my shop too. So yeah, so you guys, I have lots of stuff in my shop if you're looking for gifts for Christmas or what have you. I'm not going to be making any more custom orders. I'm done. I've had to make a lot of those, and it has completely taken away from my ability to do videos and things like that. And so what happens is I lose income because I'm not doing what I need to do to keep my channel and my Etsy shop going. So I can't afford to do that. Look at this. Is that not beautiful? I just finished this one today. It's so, so, so beautiful. So it's not that I don't want, I'm not crazy about doing custom orders to begin with, because here's the thing, you guys, look at this. Is that not beautiful, you guys? I love this dragonfly. And here's another beautiful, gorgeous one. This one's a little more simple. This one is very elaborate and very bejeweled and all of that. And this one's a little more simple as well. Not as much craziness going on it. But I did put some blue resin on the wings on this one, so you can see it's a little bit different in color. And then I also added on all of these, my little can't remember medallion pieces on them. So those are what I have going on in my Etsy shop and my donation. And so I just wanted to show you guys that. I'm going to put all this stuff out of the way, and we're going to go ahead and start on this beautiful tin. This is actually a piggy bank tin. My friend Deanna sent this to me, and it was a little Christmas tin, and I did paint it white, and because I wanted to do something a little different for it. I don't know if I'm going to leave it as a piggy bank though, because I may put flowers on the top of it. Hold on a second, you guys. I have got to turn the heat off in this house. I'm burning up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on this. I'm going to read a real quick inspirational quote. And this one says, "Your journey is about becoming more of who you are, not what others expect you to be." I believe that with my whole heart. Here's another one. "What feels like the end is often the beginning. Trust the cycles of life." I'm pretty sure a lot of you can identify with that statement if you really think deeply about it. So there are different cycles in life, and life takes us in different directions, and we never know why. It just does, and we can wait to see what God's plan is for us, because He definitely has a plan, you guys. So we'll just have to wait and see what that is in the end. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our decal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this purple part because it doesn't really go with the rest of it. And I'm going to cut out this flower here. I'm probably going to use it, but I just want to use it in a different location. So I'm just cutting around that flower. So you can cut these apart. You can do whatever you want to do with these, and use bits and pieces of them. That's why I love these decals so much. I found these a couple years ago, actually, or about maybe a little more than a couple years ago, something like that. Anyway, I found them, and it had the happy accident with those clear butterflies, and so ever since then they've been like, oh, I just love them. I could sing every time I look at them. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out a little closer to... Now, these edges on this that are shiny don't stay on whatever it is you're doing. It's only going to stay right around the actual decal. So don't worry that you're going to get a whole square that's shiny. I do this because, honestly, they come apart better where they're cut. They come apart easier. See how easy that is? This edge is so hard to get to come apart, but I'm going to pull it from this end, so that's okay. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know, I may pull it from the other end, but I just hold an edge up so that it's easier to take off. So we're going to peel this off, throw that side in the trash, And there we go. We have our clear decal. Isn't that gorgeous? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bird cage in the center, and I'm going to pray that it goes on there straight. I mean, that's the thing. Once it's down, you guys, don't try to pull it up and restart, because it's not going to work. And you're going to end up ruining it. Because what happens is everything will start to peel back when you try to pull on it. Whatever is touching is gonna peel. It's gonna stay on your item, and it's gonna ruin it, because then you have to get everything down in the exact same spot that you left it, and that's not always easy. So I'm peeling it by folding it over, like as tightly as I can, putting it down in a downward motion. Let's see. Let me get you guys in here a little bit closer so that you can actually see the tin better. And then I'll move you back out in a second. Okay, so I'm just holding it back, and you can see how nicely, and it's hard to peel off. It's really stuck down there, you guys. So it takes a little bit of force to get this off. But once you get that one edge down, you want to keep pulling in the direction that you've been going and go towards the edge that is still down. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to go sideways now. Nothing is coming off. You can see this is all clear. So far so good. And now I got to get around this corner and pull the rest off. I can see that I did get a tiny piece of the handwriting off here, right there, but I'm not worried about that. I don't really care. It's not something you're going to notice. This, you can't read really what it says. It's just made to look like handwriting and like it says something important. So, okay, so we've got that on there. Doesn't that look pretty? And you can see when I move this around, the only part that shines is those letters. So that's the only part that's sticking, is the actual colored decal. Isn't that great? So now I've got this piece that I want to add to it as well. I just need to decide how and where I want to add it. I'm not going to put it down there. I may even add it, you know, somewhere around to the other side, or maybe off, sort of off of that lettering there. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead. We might as well go ahead and do this. So I'm pulling it off very easily, and I'm going to, I mean, this is a great little corner flower, but I kind of feel like it would look really good right in here. So that is what I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to put it down right here. And if I go over some of that lettering, that's okay, because you can see I went over the letters right there. That's all right. That's not a problem. But you don't want to cover too much up with the tape, because what can happen is the lettering and stuff that is already down will sometimes pull up and come off. So you got to be careful and try not to put any of the excess tape down onto the part that's already on there. You're just risking. So you can see how that looks. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. And then I'm thinking I'm not going to put purple in there, because I just don't feel like that is a good color with that. So what I'm thinking is I've got a lot of these that are in similar colors to these that are on this one. So I'm going to see, look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? I can't wait to use that. And I've got this one, which is just gorgeous, but it's a little too pink compared to that one, so we don't want to go there. Let's see, what else do I have? I've got these, and that's actually quite pretty. And the colors match. So I'm wondering if maybe I cut a little bit of that out and go around to this side. Or maybe even just use, I don't want to, no, I don't think I want to do that. I do feel like I want one of the butterflies, but then I was thinking I was going to use this butterfly somewhere on here, like that. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my handmade butterfly. Just because I think that adds a lot to that box. And I'm going to leave it just the way it is. I don't think I'm going to add any more decals. That's what I always do, and I overdo. And I don't want to do that on this one. I want to do it just right. I am going to add some diamond dust to my butterfly, and this one is already made with the resin. You guys can refer to one of my videos where I've made these butterflies start to finish, and you can see exactly how I created this butterfly using the butterfly cutout and the resin. And you guys, I just found them and I was so happy. I have a bunch of butterflies that my friend Deanna sent me. And I can't wait. She sent them to me all cut out and everything. She has a punch that she made these with. And so I am going to resin a whole bunch of these butterflies that Deanna sent me. And I think I'm going to put some in my shop and sell them so that you guys can use them for your projects. Wouldn't that be great? And they're all beautiful and the cutout is gorgeous. So I think you guys would probably like that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm almost out of resin, you guys. This is pretty empty. So I'm having to shake it to get the resin to come down. But I have some resin coming. So as soon as, I think it's supposed to get here on Friday. So as soon as that gets here, I'll be able to make some more stuff. But right now, I'm almost at the end. You can see I keep having to shake this. I'm only going to use a little bit of resin on this butterfly. So I'll have enough to get it on there and to put some glass glitter or diamond dust on there. So I'm just adding a little layer of resin. And this is going to strengthen this butterfly too, because this is one that I didn't do real thick because I wasn't sure how I was going to use it. And so I didn't put a ton of resin on it. I just did it very, very thin layer. I just moved my bottle in the other direction, so now the resin started to flow downwards. I want to get this away from my tin because I don't want to drop this resin on the tin. See, it's starting to drip a little bit because the other side has a lot of resin, and so it's starting to want to come off the edges, and I do not want it to get on the tin. I'm going to take a paper towel here. I have some paper towels, and if I can get it to break, there we go. I'm wiping the bottom of it, and then I'm going to take my Refunction Crafts glass glitter, and you guys, I'm going to do this over my trash can this time, just so that I don't make a big mess on my mat. So I'm sorry, but all I'm doing is taking a pinch of it and sprinkling it over the butterfly, and then I'll shake it a little bit to get off any excess, and then I'll show you what else I do. If I drop a little bit on the mat, that's okay. So, okay, so I have covered it in glass glitter. You can see the sparkle. And I'm going to take all the edges here and push them in so that there's no glass hanging over the edges. We don't want anybody to cut their fingers on little shards of glass because this is glass. And then what I do is I try to, I want to put a little bit more on there. I try to tap it down so that the glass isn't standing up on its side and cutting someone, you know. So if it's not standing up, it's not as likely to cause any problems for anyone. But there we go. So we've got all our glass glitter on there. I'm going to put it in my lamp. And I'm going to let that sit in my lamp for 60 seconds while we try and figure some of this other stuff out that we want to do. So, you saw my beautiful laces. I'm going to, I really wanted to find a piece of this lace to use on this. So, I just don't know, how big I want it to be. But I do want it to be noticeable. I kind of like this piece right here. So I'm going to take this piece over on this side and I'm going to cut it out. Okay, let me just make sure I do this. And I think I'm going to keep this other flower on there and let it go kind of around the corner a little bit. So I'll just get this piece off, put that one aside, and I need to go around the edges, of course, and get off all of the excess. So I'm going to go around this entire thing like I'm doing right here, and I'm just going to cut this mesh right up to the edges all the way around, and I'm not going to make you watch that. So let me just get this little piece out here. I like to get as close as I can, and I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, so I went and cut some different pieces out of some different laces. I cut some of this out, which is one of my very favorites, and I only had two strips of this. So I am trying to be somewhat sparing with that. Because I really do love it so much. I've used it in a few things now, the butterflies and dragonflies and stuff. So yeah, and then I cut these pieces out from the other lace. So let's go ahead and figure out, and then I've also got my paper flowers. We're only going to use white flowers today. So I don't know if I'm going to use, I don't think I'm going to use those though, because I don't feel like they really go. Okay, I've got this out here too. I don't know whether I'm going to use it or not, but I've got it out just in case. I don't need resin. I don't know why I even have that sitting there. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to start with this piece, but I want to figure out where my roses are going to go. They're going to go somewhat like that at the bottom. But the other thing that I want to do, and I just remembered, is I want to put something around the top portion of this in the way of a lace trim. And do you know that I don't even know if I have any thin lace trim that I can use on that now that I'm thinking about it. gosh. I'm looking around here. Initially I was kind of thinking about this at the top, but then you put that at the top and it covers a lot of that image up. So I definitely don't want to use that. And then I was thinking about this trim, but look at the difference in the pinks. And that's why I didn't use my light pink and white flowers as well, because I felt like the difference was too much. I could just use some simple lace, which is this one, and I think that's what I'm going to do here. So let's go ahead and let's start putting this on around the top, and I'm just going to use my hot glue here. I'm going to start in this corner, and this is the back side here. I'm just going to press that in. So I have to go to work tonight. I'm so bummed. I just don't feel like I want to go to work tonight, but because I've got so much to do here with my crafts and stuff. I've got so much work to do, you guys. It's nuts. And I'm starting to stress a little bit, but not too much. I'm having fun with it. And I'm enjoying finishing up some orders that I took, and my donation stuff, and I feel good. And then we're gonna cut this right there, right back at that back corner there. We're gonna let it overlap the other end of the lace here, just like this. And I'm gonna put some glue down there, and we're just gonna press that down just like that. I didn't fold it over because I don't want to have too big of a bulky spot right there. So that's what that looks like, and I think that looks really pretty, kind of simple, and I'm thinking I should probably do the same thing on the bottom. Yes, we're going to do it on the bottom, even though it kind of covers up that base. I'm not too worried about that. I just want to make the whole thing kind of one cohesive piece, and I want to do it right because this is going to be so beautiful. And, you know, I do get those who will, who will come on and say, why did you cover this up or that up? I do it all the time, you guys. It's just part of layering. When you're layering your laces and things, you tend to lose little bits and pieces here and there. Sometimes you end up covering an entire piece up. It just happens, not because you want it to, but because it actually looks better with the way that you have come to that point to cover that other piece up, because you want this other bit to be seen. So I'm going to cut that right there, and we'll get the rest of this on here. And I think I'm probably off camera here. I sure am. Sorry, you guys. I always do that. I pull things close to me. I'm standing up doing this. I've just gotten to the point where most of the time when I'm crafting, I do it standing up because I feel more comfortable and I can actually see what I'm doing. I can see the top better. And so I've just been doing a lot of standing up crafting, doing my videos, and when I'm not doing my videos too. So it just makes for, I think, a better project when you can see what it is you're doing. I do also have some pearly beads, and I think this would be pretty going around right there on this. I think that'll kind of finish it off nicely. So What I should do is I should use my E6000, I feel like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put E6000 in some spaces, and I'm going to put hot glue in other spaces. But this way I feel like the E6000 will actually hold it on better. So I'm going to set it up right here. And I'm going to start here in the back. And I guess I'll go in the same direction I did with the lace. So I'm going to start going in this direction. Oh, I do need to add, let's see, I'm running out of glue here, so I don't want to run out halfway through trying to get this started. And here we go. And I'm not laying it on its side because I don't want to lay that E6000 down. Oh, I've got a drip of it right there. I don't want to lay that down on my mat. And have it stick. But this way the glue, the hot glue, will stick it down immediately, and I can continue working. And then the E6000, it dries pretty quick, you guys. The E6000, now I can lay it on its side because it's already got those pearls on that back side. So the E6000 really does dry fairly quickly. Within, you know, a few minutes, it starts to get hard enough that you can play around with it and not mess up your project. So just know it doesn't take as long as you might think for the E6000 to dry. I'm going to cut my pearls off right there. And I'm going to put a dot of hot glue right there and press it down. And try and get my glue strings off of there. Okay. And I don't know, I don't think I'm going to put the pearls down at the bottom section. Although, you know what, I probably should match it up on top and bottom, right? It should match. So, okay, maybe we'll go ahead and I think I'm gonna hot glue the bottom side, because the bottom is not going to be where you're opening and closing the tin. Just the top is, and that's where most of the touching and stuff is going to come in. So this should stay really well on the bottom. And I am using Gorilla hot glue. I feel like the Gorilla hot glue holds its stick better than just your average hot glue does. So that's why I use it. I pay a little bit more for it, but for me, I feel like it's a better hot glue. So it's what I choose to use. It's a little stringier than your other glues, so I will say that. It makes more strings, but I'm okay with that. I can get rid of those strings, no problem. And you guys know that you can use a hot blow dryer. If you don't have a heat gun, you can use a hot blow dryer to get those strings off of your pieces. So that will actually melt the strings and get rid of them for you. So easy peasy. Okay. So there we go. We've got our pearls on both edges. And now we're going to do our flowers and our lace here. So here's where I want to figure out, okay, where do I want this lace to go versus these flowers? So I want the large white flower first. We're going to go with the medium size second, and then this small, this is just a foamerin flower, is going to go on that edge. And now you can see why I was kind of okay with covering up that base, because I knew the flowers were going to cover it up anyway. So let's just go ahead. We're going to get our flowers down first. Get plenty of hot glue on there. Flower number 1. Flower number 2. And I'm going to go sideways with it a little bit like that. Lay it on its side, because you get a much nicer look that way, you guys. So, and then I'm going to put the glue for this last one kind of underneath here, because it's a different kind of flower and I want to be able to press it in a little bit easier. So there we go. All right. Beautiful. Isn't that beautiful already? Okay, and then next we're going to take this piece here, and I'm going to get under this rose here, and I'm just going to make it go up just like that. So first things first, I'm going to put some glue here. And you got to work quickly, because on this cold surface that hot glue will dry fast. So don't waste any time. But if I put it on the lace, it gives me a little more time to work with it, which is what I should have done. But I actually got it on there quick enough. It was no problem. But you can run into problems if you don't get it down quick enough. And then this piece I want to kind of come up and around to the front like that. Beautiful. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? Hopefully you can see that. Okay, and then on I'm debating on whether I want to come out. I kind of like that coming out that side. I'm going to do that. So I had just kind of cut out a couple of smaller pieces of this. I love, love, love this lace too. And again, I don't want to waste any of it, so I'm using it relatively sparingly. There we go. And then on this side, I have to figure out how I want this to go. Okay, we've got our big rose, our medium rose, and our small rose. And maybe what we'll do is we'll have this one come out. I was going to have it go up, but I'm kind of feeling like, or maybe I want this one. Well, that's taken up a lot of real estate there, so I'm not going to use that one. This one kind of droops down a little bit further though. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that one coming off here. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to glue this one down now, or start it at least, so that it stays right where I had it. I'm hoping I can get this done really a little bit quickly here, because I need to go and rest. I am so tired, you guys. I barely slept last night. I was having a hard time sleeping and thinking about the election and all of that stuff, and oh my goodness. Everything is just so scary right now. worry what's going to happen to people, and you know, it just, what is happening in this United States? I don't know. We've gone absolutely crazy. Not all of us, but many of us have gone absolutely crazy. Oops, there we go. Okay, so now those are down. And maybe what I'll do is I'll take this little piece and have it come from the side there, no? Or maybe let it come out from under that one. I do kind of like having it go around that corner there. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, why not? That around the corner. At least with this lace too, I can kind of pull it in whatever direction I want it to go so that it lays exactly the way I want it. I can move it around. Okay, so that's that. And now we've got the top. Now, the question is, now see, we've got this, the side and the back here, and you know, the more I'm looking at this side, the more I'm feeling like it needs to have something on it. Let's see what I've got here. Maybe something like that. It's just a different flower though, way different flower. That's too pink. I've got this little bird, but this is the only one of that one I have, I think. So I've got this one. No. Oh, you guys. I've got this one that has like a little perfume bottle, and it actually is the right color, so I think we're going to go with the perfume bottle. And we'll keep some of this wording on here. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay, you guys, we're going to put this right here and let it kind of wrap around the edge. I think it'll look really pretty, and I just feel like I need to do the sides of this. It just feels like it needs to be there. Ugh, it's going to go over that lace though. Oh boy. I've already touched down there. Touchdown happened, so we got to go with the spot that we're in here. So I do have to pull this back slightly. Get the glue off of there. And put that down. And that's okay. We didn't mess anything up. So that side's down. And I do want to get the lid to the perfume bottle down here. And then that's okay. And, oops, oh, we got it. For some reason that piece didn't come with it. There we go. You guys can see these decals are so fun to play with. And they really are gorgeous. Especially this brand, these ones that I use. And I think most of the ones that I've used are the same brand. I'm just going to lift my lace up and put that under there. There we go. And they just are, they have kind of a smell to them. I don't know if it's, I think it's like the plastic or the whatever is in them that they make them with, the plastic or the rubber or whatever, maybe the sticky stuff, I don't know. But they have a scent, but that goes away after you put them on your piece and they sit out for a little bit. That smell goes away. The smell stays with them until you get them though, because it's in the packaging. So now we'll go ahead and we will glue these back down. We took the glue off of them, so that's good. And there we go. We're all set there. That looks very, very pretty. So we've got it on both sides. Now, I think on the back, I'm okay. I really feel like I don't really need to put anything. We could put something like this sort of just down in this corner. That would be nice, right? It's sort of a different kind of a flower. And it's a little pinkier, but not too bad. I think it would be pretty down there. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut this flower out and put it down here in this bottom corner. Or should we put it in the top corner? Let's see. I think I'm going to put it at the top. Right there. There we go. And pull that off. And voila. Now we have all sides have a little bit of something, but not too much on the back, not too crazy. And the front's got all that beautiful stuff going on here. So, now, I was thinking about using this somewhere on here. It looks very pretty right there, but then it kind of covers up those flowers. Here I'm covering up that pretty lace. It looks pretty coming out from the bottom right here. It would have been pretty in place of that piece of lace, I think. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can lift this piece of lace, because I do love this piece. Get it off of there without squishing my other flowers down, trying. Really? Aw. There we go. There we go. I got it. Okay. So that's out of there, and we're going to go with this in this corner because I think it just, it looks really gorgeous. I may have to lift up this flower here. Oh, I get so mad at myself when I do stuff like this. Okay, that's where I want it to go, just like that. So, I'm gonna go with, you know what? I want to look at one other thing. Maybe we just need to go with something smaller. I just happened to think that just might be too big, and that looks gorgeous. I think I'm gonna save that for another project. And we're just gonna put this back on there, put our flower back. We didn't need that greenery on it anyway, so it wasn't showing. So that's okay. I'm totally fine with that. We could have possibly left that there and put that in front of it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put this back down. I wished I had thought of that before. And one more dot behind that leaf. And now we're going to put that right there. All right, so a nice big dose of hot glue, and we're going to press that in there, and that's going to stay just fine. We're pressing it into that lace, and the lace is going to grab the glue, and the glue is going up in between the rhinestone bits at the bottom of this as well. So I'm using my blouse, you guys. I'm just trying to what do you call it? Shine up the rhinestones here. So yeah. Okay. So that is that. And now to decide, do we want to put something on top of this? That is pretty, and it matches those flowers. That's one of my little cabbage roses. But it feels like, I don't know, I kind of feel like I want to leave it a little piggy bank. I kind of like that. What I can do though is I can add some of these flowers. I don't know if I have any more, or much more of the white. Let's see, here's some little white flowers. And okay, so this way if I go with some of these flowers just kind of around the edge there, they might dress it up a little bit on top, but yet you can still put money in the bank. There's a little, and that looks very pretty. I think what I will do though is I think I might use 2 of those and have those come out and around. I don't know. I think I liked it better with just that. Or do I want to put them to the front? Actually, they look real pretty on the front side of that. Oh boy. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's see. Like that, like that, and like that. And if I have this sort of coming out that way. I'm using up all of my white flowers here, guys. That looks very, very pretty. And I have another idea after I get this on. So what I'm going to do is try and keep these close to the same as they are. I'm going to put this piece to the front. And I've got this piece over here. Maybe I can kind of put it off the edge somewhere. I don't know. It kind of looks weird. It's a odd little piece. Let's see. I don't think I have any other ones that I cut off of that lace. Let's see. Okay. Well, that's hanging off kind of weird. But that piece would be good right there. And then maybe have this sort of coming back there. Let's see. I'm going to glue this one down. Okay, and now let's go ahead and start moving with these. And this is going to go up sideways. As is this one. And we're covering up the piggy bank, you guys. Sorry for those of you who like the piggy bank thing. I just feel like I want to do it this way. And this little white flower. Speck of something brown on it, and I don't want that. Okay, so this little flower here is going to go out from the top. So I'm just going to put a little dot of glue there and pop it out at the top there. And then I want this one. Let's see. Oh, we've got these. This little bunch is coming out that way. So this is just 3 of the tiny white flowers wound up together. There we go. Okay, and then this I think I'm going to pull to come out. I want it to come out somewhere where you can see it, but where it's not going to look funny at the same time. I don't want it to look odd. That's a decent spot right there. Just like that. Okay. And then these little white flowers, they're paper flowers, but they're very thin paper, and so they kind of get all wonky, and you have to kind of work with them to get them to look fluffy the way that you want them. So there we go. That one's good now. And I think that's going to come out right there. So I'm going to just push that right in there and pop it down. Okay. And let's see, do we have anything else we want to throw in there? We've got one of these. I feel like I do need something right in there, so I'm going to pop one of these in there. And that's one of the little Fomarin flowers. And honestly, I don't know why I didn't just grab those and use those on this to begin with, on the top, because I used them in the bottom, or in the front, I should say. I don't know what I was thinking. And this is just a piece of that other lace. I want to have a piece coming out over the top, just kind of layering the other lace. And you can clearly see both styles of lace there. So there is that. That looks beautiful. And I don't know, I don't feel like I have another of those rhinestone pieces handy to use, like this one. I just have this. And I think that's too big, that's too much. So, hold on a second, you guys. I'm going to grab a different one. Okay, you guys, so I boo-booed. I did it again. Here's what I did. You saw me put down all the roses. I added these 3 pieces of bling. I tied a bow, one of my little lace bows, and put a little piece of pearl rhinestone bling in the center of that and glued it on the top. That's all I added. And I added this right here. And I'm so sorry, you guys. I thought I was filming and I wasn't. And I can't just pull everything off and redo it. So, but simple additions to this. You all know how to glue a few pieces on here and there. So that's all I did. Everything else is good to go, and this tin turned out absolutely stunning. Look at it, and it's got some floral stuff all the way around it. Not a ton everywhere, just a little bit on this side and a little bit. We got the little perfume bottle on this side and then just a tiny bit on the back. So yeah, so I think it turned out absolutely gorgeous. We've got our white flowers all over it, and the white is beautiful. And we are all set. We're all good to go. And this one is a wrap. So thanks a lot for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and the tutorial. And I hope that this is something that you guys will think about maybe trying at home yourselves, because it's fun, it's therapeutic, and you just can't go wrong with doing something like this where you're just using all of your creative mind, all of your creative juices, and you're just creating something that is totally you. And I think that's what I've accomplished here. This is definitely a me piece. Somebody had mentioned to me recently in a comment that they made that they watch my videos and stuff, and whenever they see something posted on the internet and they look at it, they can always tell when it's one of my pieces, because I have a certain way that I do things and a certain look that I go with, and you kind of do always know when it's one of my pieces. I'm going to add really quick to the top of this. I meant to add some of these little clear bubble pearls, and I definitely want to add those here. I'm going to use my little piece of lace from the bow to press that in, and that'll hold that bow tail in place, and it will also hold those pearls in place. And I love it. I like to have some pearls coming out somewhere in my pieces, so that definitely changed it, made it look better, never worse, and that's it. So anyways, I just want to say God bless each and every one of you. Thanks for being a part of my channel. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my channel. I hope that some of you who aren't will consider subscribing. I'm coming up with a lot of really great videos lately, and I have so many more in my mind that I want to put out there. So stick around, watch a while, check out some of my other videos. You can, you know, that one thing that I didn't do, I didn't add that butterfly. What did I do with it? Oh my word, I don't even know what I did with it. Huh, that's why I didn't use it, because it got moved and I didn't see it sitting there. Oh my word. What did I do? Oh well, I don't think it needs it. If I find it in this mountain of stuff, laces and things like that, I will test it out and see what it looks like and decide then if I want to add it to the piece. If not, no big deal, no harm, no foul. Oh, there it is. I forgot. I had added the glass glitter to it, and that's what made me forget. I had it still under the UV lamp. So, and I'm not resining this time, so that was just a quick addition. And this would have been so pretty right there, and maybe I will still add that. I feel like I really wanted that butterfly in there. I really, really, really wanted it in there. And I think that looks absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to go ahead while I still have you guys here, and I'm going to add it because I think it looks beautiful right there. And I can leave those rhinestones in there. That's okay. They're poking out still. And that's okay. But I want that butterfly in there on the top of this tin. I just think that looks amazing. There we go. So that's what the butterfly looks like. It just adds a little bit of whimsy to the project. So anyway, you guys, thanks a lot. Again, God bless each and every one of you. Please give this video a thumbs up and a comment. Like it, share it with your friends and your family. Hopefully maybe they'll want to watch some of my videos and learn some new tips and tricks on crafting. And I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned for photos on the back end. And you all have a blessed, blessed day. Check out my Etsy shop because you saw all the new things I'm going to be putting in there. And this will be among them. So thanks a lot, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless.